Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep is often credited with being a precursor to the cyberpunk genre. But is it great storytelling or a placeholder for what came after? Let's talk about it. What's up, Internet? I'm Thad Diaz, author of Tampa Heat, a hard-boiled tale of a PI firefighter who gets dragged into a 20-year-old mystery. This channel talks about awesome books, writing philosophies, and the occasional movie. I spent 25 years as a full-time firefighter, part-time author, but I traded in my bunker gear for the writer's desk and haven't looked back. Today we talk about another sci-fi classic, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. The novel follows a bounty hunter named Rick Decker. Rick lives in a post-apocalyptic San Francisco. He and his wife remain behind when most of World War Terminus's survivors immigrated from our dying planet to the stars. The war has killed or is killing off animal life one species at a time, and live pets have become a status symbol in this urban wasteland. Rick keeps an electric sheep on his roof to cover up the death of his live beast and a recent illness. His wife Aran regulates her state of mind with a Penfield mood organ. The mood organ emits waves to influence her feelings. She's dialed depression today, leaving Rick frustrated. Aran chides him because he hasn't used the empathy box in a while. The empathy box allows people to communicate with Mercer and feel the presence of millions of others through an interconnected virtual reality. But Rick Decker's about to get a good news, bad news update. Half a dozen Nexus 6 androids have escaped to Earth. The senior bounty hunter, Dave Holden, was badly injured by one of the models the evening before. Decker is next to take them on. The good news? Lots of bounty money. The bad news? The Nexus 6 is the most advanced android model out there, and there is doubt about the value of the Voight-Kampff empathy test that's used to weed them out. So he travels to Seattle to meet with the company that makes the Nexus 6 for a briefing and to begin his chase. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, John Isidore, a special human of limited mental capacity, is struggling through his life as an electric animal repair truck driver. He's a bumbling, well-meaning sort who knows all too well the reality of his deficiencies. His boss mocks him after an honest mistake and forces him to call the owner of a dead cat, an act that terrifies this stuttering, self-conscious wreck of a man. He calls Isidore Chickenhead and other epithets demeaning to his intellect. The special leaves for his empty apartment, lonely and dejected. He rides home listening to his favorite variety show, Buster Friendly, a man who never tires and is never off the air. But Isidore's apartment building isn't empty anymore. A woman and her friends have taken up residence in one of the empty flats. Isidore greets them with the intent of becoming friends, but he soon realizes something is amiss and discovers that he's just befriended escaped androids. But Decker is hot on their trail, and events will soon culminate in a showdown between Decker and Isidore's android friend. So the verdict? People have described Cyberpunk as low-life high-tech, and boy will you see those tropes on display to this precursor to the genre. Rick wrestles with the notion of what it means to be alive, as a Rosencorp android, Rachel, draws closer and closer to him. He tracks down and retires these very human replicants one by one, including Pris, a Rachel twin. He sees in these artificial life forms talent and the same clawing, desperate desire to live he has. But he takes them down, one by one, to purchase that most elusive of luxuries, a live animal. The undercurrent of keeping up with the Joneses' materialism in this rundown world of degradation enhances the irony and asks how far a man can go and still keep his humanity. Isidore loves his new friends until he glimpses their abstract cruelty when they torture a spider. Life is precious in this dying wasteland, and he cannot fathom their wanton abuse. And it's Isidore, the simpleton brought low by radiation, who retains more of his humanity than any other character in the story. All of this is told before a backdrop of Buster Friendly's secular entertainment versus the pseudo-spiritual mercerism on the empathy box. Dick's themes of what it means to be human and the implications of technology-regulated moods is at least as relevant today as when he wrote the book in 1968. He also has a lot to say about the folly of materialism, and that resonates with me, as I suspect it will a lot of people in this day and age. Every time I read this book, I find another layer. So go out and do yourself a favor. Read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep today. It's a classic for a reason.
I'm sorry to bother you, ma'am. I just wanted to ask you one more question.
What is it?
That's all for today. Thanks for joining us. Please leave a like and subscribe. Do you have a question or something you'd like to say? Want to request a book or topic? Leave a comment. You can support this channel by buying one of my books seen here. Happy reading!